Don't you lose sight of what you want.
Greetings, fellow captains, and welcome back to another episode of World of Warships with the Hive Hand. And today we're looking at the new Operation Saving Transylvania and how to get that elusive 5th star game. So the most important thing, and what we're going to start off here with, apologies there's no sound, there was a lot of chat going on in the party at the time, and basically I didn't want that to interrupt my chance to explain exactly how to get the 5 stars. So first of all, as you can see, we've split up into the Blade, the Eagle and the Jackal. Now each ship plays a very important role. The destroyers, as with usual games, spot things, torp things. The Blade has a very quick reload. It's about 20 seconds or 25 seconds, depending on which commander skills you pick. So your mission in the Blade is to get out in front of the Transilvania, not near it, not in the circle, out in front, firing torps off and detecting everything for everyone else. The Eagle, the cruiser, what I like to do in my teams is have the single player who is in the Eagle stick with the Transilvania, should be inside that circle, keeping the Transilvania moving at all times, which seems to be the challenge most people seem to be struggling with. Now, in the cruiser, what you want to be doing is firing high explosive at the battleships that turn up to fight you. All the zombie ships are battleships. Set a fire, their first fire, they'll put it out, they'll use a repair kit. So you switch to the next ship, shoot that, get that on fire. Whilst that's using its repair kit, move back to your original target, get your 3 fires, and keep on burning them down. Getting that constant damage on all the ships, running them down and down is critical to completing this challenge. And then we'll move on to the Jackal. Finally, the Jackal, your key focus, always the first target you select, is the catapults. It is surprising how much damage those catapults do to not only to your destroyers and yourselves, because when they hit they usually cause multiple fires, but to the Transylvania themselves. They will target the Transylvania and will take her health down reasonably quickly if given the opportunity. So you do want to be making sure you're focusing those catapults and getting them cleared as soon as humanly possible. So as we're loading, you can see we're loading up into the gameplay now. You can see there's 2 routes that the Transylvania will take as it's mapped out here, and it shows you various entry points for the enemies that are going to approach you. So we start off the battle, and as you see, we've got to be a bit reliant on the 2 randoms in the group to play their part and do their role properly. I ignore the Transylvania here as I'm in the destroyer, I'm in the Blade. I push forward, I'm screaming at my teammate, no, get out of the cap, just the cruiser. Their battleship, the random battleship, has stayed in there as well, but that's fine. We can deal with that as long as someone is constantly there, because there's nothing worse. We had 2 matches previous to this where the Transylvania stopped and the 2 random players just quit out the game. That is not good for us. Obviously trying to play it with 2 ships down right at the start is not what you want. So you need to keep it moving. The more ships that are in with the Transylvania inside that circle, the faster it'll move. So you want to keep it at 1 so you don't get overwhelmed by the enemies. That gives you plenty of time to track the enemy, kill them before the next set appear. So as you can see, I'm doing plenty of spotting. I'm keeping hidden. I could fire my guns. My team are doing an absolutely amazing job at taking down the battleships really quickly. Although I am screaming for my my captain in the jackal to start hitting those catapults, which he turned around and very swiftly and sharply dealt with. So as you can see, what I'm doing now, whilst I'm firing torpedoes, I'm trying to get, when I'm spotted, I'm constantly making maneuvers and making adjustments, because now the catapult is focusing on me and not the Transylvania. As you can see, there's giant fireballs coming in. They cause a absolutely massive amount of fire damage, and in a destroyer they can kill you pretty quickly. So you want to make sure you're constantly bobbing and weaving whilst launching torpedoes to try and get rid of those Ziskas. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Getting rid of those Ziskas as quick as possible. And because I'm the closest enemy, they're focusing me, but because of my maneuverability, I don't mind too much taking a bit of damage, but I keep on dodging, ducking, weaving, and clearing them out. As you can see, my battleship is sitting just behind the circle. If you look at the mini map, just behind the Transylvania, my cruiser captain is stuck to the side of the Transylvania, ensuring she's always going forward. Now, I've got nothing else to shoot at, so I am taking pot shots at the catapult, but as you can see, very little success, and even when you do hit, the damage is very minimal to them, so there's not much point in firing them at all with your destroyer. A cruiser with 2-3 salvos, full salvos, can take out a catapult, but a battleship can draw that down to 1. I try setting fire to that Ziska first, because when he repairs, he'll flood, and he'll keep on flooding. The second Ziska is burning. He hasn't put it out, so obviously he's already burnt his repair kit. We're just trying to get additional fires going as we wait for our torpedoes to reload, because you want to be doing as much damage as possible. As you can see there, I took a hit from one of the catapults, which set me on fire and caused a significant amount of damage. So we don't want that happening, so we're back to our ducking and weaving ways, and as you can see, narrowly escaping several shots. So we pick up our first kill. We don't actually get a massive amount of kills in this game, purely because the rest of my team played their roles absolutely perfectly. I'm doing damage, I'm setting fires, I'm getting the torp hits, but my key role is distracting the catapults and getting that. See, you can see they just spotting them, and they're just getting absolutely destroyed. So we've taken a bit of damage now. We've got 2 fires. We're getting absolutely clobbered by these catapults. So we're making a beeline back for the Transylvania. We take another big hit, and we're down to just over 2,000 hit points. I'm pretty sure. There we go. We get hit again. We're on fire. Our torpedoes have been knocked out, and we're down to under 1,000 hit points. With it obviously still declining whilst we're burning. So this is another key element of the Transylvania operation. The Transylvania itself will repair you. You don't want to sit in it and constantly get repaired, because you're going to push the boat too forward too fast, and it is going to ruin your game, and you're not going to progress. As you can see, we've got the repairing symbol up in the center left of our screen, and if you look in the bottom left, sorry, you can see our health is gradually going up. You do get a heal, but to be honest with you, I was holding off on that heal. There may be a key point later in the game where you need to use it, so try and save it for as long as you possibly can. Unfortunately, I do make a mistake here. I thought I had enough lead in front of that ship to fire the torps off, but it didn't come to fruition. I try getting a bit more lead, hoping that that I'll pass our battleship, but I believe I sink one of them straight into him as well. So I should have hit my repair kit right here, but for some unknown reason I seem to be holding off. But as you can see, my health is constantly repairing. We're constantly regaining our health. It's going back up. It's not like a usual repair party either, whereas you get to the end of the green bar and it stops. That's it. That's all the health you can regenerate. It will continue to repair you even more. I have to apologise for the slightly croaky voice. I seem to be coming down with a bit of a cold, and we get a little bit of a respite ourselves here as our ships are taking care of the catapults. There are no enemies in sight. We have kept the Transilvania moving. The Transilvania has still got an awful lot of health left. We have one more catapult to destroy, which has just appeared. As you can see, I'm taking shots at it. To be honest with you, I'm just trying to distract it so it shoots at me rather than the Transilvania, as our team make very, very short work of it and take it out extremely quickly. Now, this brings us to the last stage, and possibly the most key, the most important stage. I've actually had about 4 or 5 games, 2 with my team, and the rest solo with randoms. So first thing I do, they're spotted. I'll lay a smoke screen to cover the Transilvania, and it also stops them from running directly at the Transilvania. You do need to be careful here and focus the Ziskas, focus the support ships first, because they can end the game just as quick. Well, end your 5 stars just as quickly as the Rasputin. And well, they've got lower hit points, low health pools. Get rid of them, kill them, get them out there. If they enter the circle, exactly the same outcome is going to happen. The 5 stars is going to be evaded. We do obviously, as he's available, put some shots into the Rasputin to assist in bringing down his health. But like I said, first Ziska's down, and we want to get that important second Ziska out there, because it is coming towards that green circle around the Transilvania. If it enters that green circle, that's it. Your 5 stars is gone, because the Transilvania will automatically stop moving, and that's one of the key challenges. So we fire our torpedoes. The Rasputin dodges them as it spots the Transilvania through my smoke screen, makes a beeline straight for the Transilvania. Look how close he is to ending our game, and I just managed to finish him off with the torps. Now all we have to do is get to the gate without the Transilvania stopping, and that's the match. So the mission is escort the Transilvania. So it's get the Transilvania to this gate here. Challenges are kill all the catapults, destroy the catapults, destroy all the enemy ships, make sure the Transilvania doesn't stop moving, and make sure its health remains above 50%. As you can see, we've done a spectacular job in this particular match, and the Transilvania's barely got a scratch on it. Talk about just over half health. It's almost full, and there we go. That is how you 5-star the Transilvania. Now, don't be disheartened if you don't do it the first time. I didn't. I played, like I said, I played a couple of games solo with no division, no platoon, and managed to get the 4 stars. And the elusive 5th star did take us a bit of time, a bit of teamwork to get there. I should have saved it really. I did manage to rack up 305,000 damage in a destroyer gameplay where 2 of my team quit out because the Transilvania stopped, and the other two died, and it was just me. And I managed to clear everything. I just didn't have enough time to escort the Transilvania to the end zone. But thank you very much for sticking with us. I hope you find this video useful and informative, and it helps you all achieve that elusive 5-star that we're all hoping to get out of this operation before it ends. Thank you very much, and as always, take care.